Hey, Sienna, I saw your post on social media. Aren't you embarrassed to write something like that?
Haley, what's this about all of a sudden?
I always thought you were wicked. But this? You're a total piece of trash.
Hold on, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, please. You've been bragging about getting married. But what's up with you marrying someone else's boyfriend? You're so shameless.
What are you talking about? Someone else's boyfriend? Who? Honestly, I don't get it.
You're lying to everyone saying you're marrying Keith. You even posted it on social media for the world to see. You're seriously the worst.
Excuse me? Do you think marrying Keith is a lie?
That's right. He's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend? Hold on, what makes you think that? You and Keith have never dated.
You're the one not dating him. We're soulmates. I've been his future wife from the start.
Have you lost your mind?
I know you're the same age as him, and you went to the same high school, so maybe you spent a lot of time together. But I'm the one who promised to marry him first.
This is the first I've heard of this. And besides, you're living at home. Keith and I moved away from our jobs, and we live far, like a plane distance away. It's physically impossible for you and him to be together. You only see him once a year at Christmas, right?
It's a long-distance relationship. The number of times we see each other doesn't matter. He loves me more than he loves you.
Where are you getting that confidence from?
Because he's always been sweet to me, and he's gave me whatever I wanted.
That's because ever since you were little, once you start demanding something, you won't stop until you get it. We've always struggled to manage you.
No, you've got it wrong. He's nice to me because he loves me. He even gave me that game he was so into.
He only gave it to you because you threw a tantrum, crying and screaming until you got your way. In the end, he just bought another one and gave it to you. He said he'd use his saved allowances to get you one. You've always acted like you can get whatever you want, but you have no idea how much trouble you're causing everyone.
Trouble? That's so mean. He spent money on me because he really cared about me.
Do you remember the designer bag you wanted so badly in middle school?
The one he went all the way to the city to find for me? Of course. I was so happy when he got that for me.
Exactly. He had school assignments that day and was really busy. But you threw a fit saying you had to have it and that you wouldn't go to school if he didn't buy it. So he forced himself to drive all the way and get it for you.
That just shows how much he loves me.
That's not it. He went because you were so noisy that he couldn't focus on his studies, and he finally gave in.
Really?
Every time you wanted something, we tried so hard to calm you down, but it was really exhausting.
But he never did anything like that for you, did he?
No, I didn't get that kind of spoiling.
See? That just proves he loves me more.
That's not love. He was just putting up with your tantrums.
But even now that we're adults, he still treats me kindly. Whenever I visit, he invites me on dates, pays for dinner, and even buys me gifts.
Dates? Have you been coming here?
So don't go saying we only meet once a year on Christmas. I've been seeing him. I'm his true love. No matter what, even if you're my sister, I'm not giving him up.
You never mentioned anything like that to me.
Well, duh. You were just the side chick. He's not going to tell you about the real deal. He's too kind for that.
The side chick? But I'm the one he proposed to.
That's because you probably tricked him somehow. You must have threatened him or something.
Like what?
Something that would make it impossible for him to say no, like, there's no point in living without you. Ugh, how low. Taking advantage of his kind nature.
Taking advantage? Don't project that onto me.
I know your true colors, Sienna. You act all nice, but deep down, you're mean and manipulative. You've always been like that. Sneaky and sly.
I'm not aware of any of that.
Oh, so you do it without realizing? Ugh, how disgusting. You're mean, ugly, and sneaky. I'm sweet, always putting him first, cute, and younger. So obviously, I'm the better match for him. So just give up on marrying him and delete all your social media posts.
Dealing with you is as exhausting as ever. I'll just go confirm things with him for now. Honey, do you have a minute? I'm really sorry for bringing up something so trivial, but I just want to clarify something just in case.
It's fine. I just finished overtime and I'm just walking to my car. What's up?
Oh, you just finished? Must be exhausted. You've been super busy lately.
I'm just pushing through now so I can take time off for the wedding and honeymoon.
Thank you, honey.
So, what did you want to ask?
It's not that I'm doubting you, especially since you're working so hard for us, but have you been in contact with Haley recently? I mean, have you seen her?
I haven't seen her recently, but she does message me almost every day.
Wow, has she?
Yeah, but it's mostly stuff like what she ate for lunch or where she went with friends. It's pretty one-sided, and I only reply when I can.
She messaged me to say she was the one going to be your wife. She also said she's been visiting you and that you invited her out on dates.
Dates? No, I wouldn't call those dates.
So something did happen. I'm sorry, I know she can get a bit carried away sometimes. Has she been bothering you?
Whenever she came here, she let me know where she was going, like which amusement park or cafe she wanted to check out. I just thought she was going with friends and replied, I hope you have fun. But one morning, she showed up at my place.
Wait, what?
She says she'd taken a night bus, and then suddenly asked me to take her to the amusement park. But I had work, so I told her I couldn't go out during the day. Then she waited for me outside my office when I finished. And since she's a childhood friend, we went out for dinner that night.
So that's what she's calling a date.
But I had no intention of it being a date. I just went out for a meal with her as an old friend. Honestly, I've always seen her more like a little sister since we both took care of her together back then.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're not really the type to handle something as complicated as cheating, are you?
Cheating? Huh, there's no way I'd cheat. I've been in love with you since middle school, and I finally got to be with you after we became adults.
Could you not say that right now? It's making me blush.
You have no idea how frustrating it was to watch you date other people through middle school, high school, and college. I've always only had eyes for you, so there's no way I could cheat.
Aw, you're so sweet. Oh, I'm so embarrassed right now.
There's nothing between me and Haley, and there never has been. She knows I've always been focused on you. I mean, I've even asked her for advice about you before.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be with you, so I used to ask her for advice on how to ask you out. She was really helpful back then and gave me a lot of tips.
Knowing her, she might have gotten carried away and thought you were just using me to speak to her.
Seriously? Oh, now that you mention it, when we were really little, I remember playing house with her, and I was her husband. Do you think that might have something to do with it?
If that's the case, her delusion is way over the top.
Yeah, I remember she wanted to play newlyweds and insisted I be her husband. And then she'd say things like, I'll make you delicious meals every day, and we'll always be together, with this big smile on her face. She even made me promise to take care of her forever, and I just agreed.
That's kind of cute, I guess.
At the time, I thought it was just pretend, so I didn't think much of it. But now that I think about it, maybe that's what sparked all of this.
Even as her sister, I'm face-palming at how ridiculous this is.
Should I say something to her?
If you reach out to her, she'll probably spiral out of control and convince herself it means something else. So, can you just stop replying to her messages from now on? Actually, it'd be easier if you just deleted her contact altogether. I don't want to burden you with this.
Yeah, I don't want you worrying about it, so I'll do that.
I'm sorry for all the trouble with her.
No, I'm sorry for not handling her feelings better. I thought she was just looking up to me like a big brother, the way sisters do.
Yeah, I thought it was just that too. Let's keep some distance from her from now on. Even though she'll still be family after we get married, let's keep it to the occasional formal event and limit our contact.
Got it.
Sorry for bringing this up when you're tired from work. Drive safe.
Thanks. I'll see you soon.
Haley, Stop spreading false information.
What are you talking about?
Delete your social media posts right now. And stop spreading weird rumors to our friends back home.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb. You're spreading lies, saying I stole Keith from you and forced him into marriage.
It's not a lie.
He told me there's nothing between you two. You showing up unannounced doesn't count as a date.
That was a proper date. He promised he'd always take care of me.
That was during a childhood game of pretend. And I know you were the one who made him say that.
He's going to marry me. He's my boyfriend. I'm the perfect match for him. Give him back.
Listen, Haley. Stop with the delusions and stop running wild. You're being way too over the top. The truth is, you've never even been his girlfriend. And the so-called date was just you forcing him to go out with you.
I want to go out and do things with him too, but I've been patient because it's a long-distance relationship. More importantly, you've done something to his phone, haven't you?
What are you talking about?
Don't act innocent. I've been messaging him, but he doesn't even read them, let alone reply. You must have blocked me from his phone. Messing with someone's phone like that is a crime.
I didn't do anything to his phone. I just asked him to delete your contact.
That's awful. Trying to break us apart.
I just think it's better if you two keep some distance.
You can't just get rid of what's inconvenient for you. That's wrong.
He's been bothered by you, so you really need to face reality. If you keep acting like this, you won't be invited to the wedding.
I don't care if I'm not invited. The wedding's not going to happen anyway. You're the one who's out of control. You're trying to tear us apart and force this wedding to happen. If you really go through with it, I have my own plans.
Plans?
I need to protect him from falling into your evil clutches. He is mine. I'll do whatever it takes to stop this wedding. I won't let you tarnish him.
I don't know what you're planning, but if you cause any trouble or hurt him, I won't forgive you. I'm the one marrying Keith. To him, you're just like a little sister. Don't make him lose any more respect for you.
Sienna, I can't stop laughing about this downpour today. It's too bad, isn't it, for your wedding day? But then again, since it's a stolen groom in your case, it's no surprise that God wouldn't bless it. Maybe he sent the rain to stop you from going through with it.
I'm heading to the venue now. I'm busy with preparations, so save your nonsense for later. And by the way, Dad and the others are keeping a close eye on everything today. So don't try anything stupid.
Stupid? I'm just rescuing the prince from the clutches of an evil witch. That's all. I'm saving him from you.
The prince? Witch? Are you even hearing yourself?
I'm not letting him marry someone as horrible as you. Oh, by the way, I burned your pure white wedding dress.
Wait, you burned it?
Yeah, because a filthy witch like you doesn't deserve a pure white dress.
I'm not even wearing a dress.
What? You're not? But there was a white dress hanging in the bride's room at the venue.
Bride's room? How did you even get in there?
I just sneaked in when no one was looking.
What have you done? Did you really burn it? I'm not wearing a dress, and I had no intention of wearing one at all.
How come? Then what are you going to wear for the wedding?
A pantsuit, a simple white jacket and trousers. Keith and I picked it out together.
A pantsuit? That's not appropriate for a bride.
Whether it is or not is for us to decide. And nowadays, more brides are choosing not to wear traditional wedding dresses. Keith wanted me to wear something I felt comfortable in.
That's outrageous. A wedding isn't a wedding without a dress.
Well, it's our decision. What's important is that we both feel like ourselves on this special day.
Wait, so that burnt dress, whose is it?
There's another wedding happening at the same venue at the same time as ours. Did you sneak into the wrong bride's waiting room? Did you even check the name on the room?
I just thought it was yours.
Go tell the staff right now that you burned the dress. You've caused so much trouble for the other bride.
It's your fault. This is all your fault.
You did this yourself.
If you hadn't stolen Keith from me, none of this would have happened.
Enough already. He's marrying me. He's cared about me since middle school, always. To him, you're just like a little sister. Stop acting like this is still some childhood game.
But he took me out on dates. He listened to me. And he gave me everything I wanted.
That's because you've always been the type to never back down once you want something. He gave in because you wouldn't let it go. And do you know how many toys I had to give up because you threw tantrums until you got what you wanted? Even those so-called dates were just you showing up uninvited.
He belongs to me.
Has he ever told you he loves you? Has he ever invited you anywhere of his own accord? Have you ever talked about marriage since you two became adults?
Well, no. But guys are like that, right? They're actually in love but act distant because they can't say it out loud.
That's absolutely not the case with him. He's embarrassingly upfront about how much he loves me, and when he started feeling that way.
No way!
I'm the one marrying him today. Not you, but me. The make-believe games ended in preschool. It's time you face reality. You just set someone else's wedding dress on fire. Whatever happens next, you need to take responsibility. From now on, Keith and I will only interact with you when absolutely necessary.
No way! So that dress really belongs to someone else? Oh, this can't be happening.
If their schedule is the same as ours, the bride and groom should be arriving at the venue any minute now. Tell the staff immediately. The wedding dress is the first thing a bride needs to put on for the ceremony. And don't even think about running away. Don't cause any more trouble for anyone else.
Sienna, it's a disaster.
I'm at work right now. Can it wait?
You can't be working at a time like this.
What?
The police came to the house. They're apparently looking for me. Dad's furious and keeps asking where I am. Why are the police after me?
Because the dress you burned was custom made and cost $40,000. The bride reported it to the police, which is only natural.
40,000?
After you ran off, we had to apologize profusely to them before our wedding could even start. They were such good people, and when we explained everything, they didn't blame us or demand anything from us. The bride even said, "Let's both enjoy our once-in-a-lifetime wedding." She was so graceful. I was moved to tears.
But still, calling the police is over the top.
It's not over the top. You set fire to someone's dress and then ran away. That's a serious crime.
What's going to happen to me?
You'll likely be arrested and sued for damages and emotional distress. You'll just have to face the consequences and work to pay them back.
No way!
It's lucky they were so understanding. And thanks to the staff, they managed to find another one-of-a-kind dress just in time. But you burned a custom-made dress that was important to her. Prepare yourself.
Help me, Sienna!
I told you already. Keith and I will only interact with you when absolutely necessary.
This is necessary.
No, it's not. The longer you run, the worse it will get. Start by sincerely apologizing and making amends. That's all I have to say.
But I only work part-time. I can't pay for such an expensive dress.
What are you talking about? It's not $40,000.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't think so either. There's no way a dress could cost that much, right? Even if it's expensive, it'll be more like $10,000, right? I can save up for my part-time job and maybe pay it off.
You should be prepared to pay about $100,000 in total.
100,000?
There's the cost of the custom-made dress and compensation for emotional distress. Then there's the rental fee for the one-of-a-kind dress they had to scramble to get. Not to mention you burned the dress in the bridal suite, so there'll be damages to pay to the venue as well. When you add it all up, that's about what you're looking at.
Wait a minute. There's no way I can pay that kind of money.
Wedding dresses are that important. Weddings are that important. You ruined all of that with your delusions and reckless behavior. So you need to face the heavy consequences.
Let me talk to Keith. He'll help me.
He has a message for you. He doesn't want to get involved with you anymore because it'll only give you false hope. He's decided he won't see or talk to you ever again.
No, he won't say that. Please, Sienna, I swear I'll never burn another dress again. I'm truly remorseful. Please, help me.
Look, promising not to burn dresses doesn't really fix anything. The wedding is over. It's too late to be sorry now.
But I don't want to get arrested. What am I supposed to do? How can I make this right?
Sorry, but we're leaving for our honeymoon this weekend. I'm too busy with the preparations, so you need to accept this and head to the police station. And just so you know, Dad and Mom have both said they're not going to help you, and they're kicking you out of the house. You're going to have to face the consequences of what you did all by yourself.
Wait, do you mean I have to survive on my own?
You're in your home country where people speak English. You'll manage. But for now, apologize with all your heart. Goodbye.
Wait, Sienna. I won't cause you guys any more trouble. Please, help me.
Haley was wandering near our parents' house and was eventually caught by the police. She was also sued, just as I expected. She ended up being charged nearly $100,000 in total, including damages and emotional distress. She had no choice but to borrow money from various sources. Now she's working multiple part-time jobs, barely sleeping, just to repay her debts. As for me, to ensure she never gets close to Keith again, we moved to a new house after getting married, and I asked our parents and relatives not to tell her where we are. It seems like we can finally live in peace without being dragged into the chaos caused by my unreasonable and selfish sister.